Jen's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ramirez. And I'd also like to thank PJ's parents, which are coincidentally my parents, Teresa and Ruben Pedroza. Thanks for throwing such a nice party. This place is absolutely beautiful. And I know PJ and Jen really appreciate everything you guys have done for them. I would also like to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and being here to celebrate this very special occasion. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Victor, and I'm PJ's younger brother. Thank you guys. I don't know if I like that one, but when PJ asked me to be his best man, I was very thankful. A little nervous, of course, but also very honored. I also thought it was very honorable of him to finally admit to everybody here tonight that I am the best. So, thank you for that, PJ. I win. When thinking about what to say during the speech tonight, I thought it would be nice to describe my brother, for those of you who don't know him very well, or for those of you who only know him as the guy who's dated Jen for the last decade. Sorry, PJ. I warned you a little bit, so. Well, I first met PJ back in the 80s. I was the new kid on the block, but I knew we had a special relationship. The kind of relationship that could possibly last a lifetime. Not only because my mom made us take baths together, or because we shared the same bed until I was almost 8 years old. Not even because we shared the same underwear as kids. PJ, you probably didn't know about that one, sorry. No, I knew we had a special relationship because of the way you guided me and my little sister, Erica, when we were growing up. Well, it wasn't really much like guiding, it was more like dictating. The way you were a dictator to me and Erica while we were growing up. Now, I had the reputation of being the troublemaker in the household when we were kids. But little did any of you know, Mom and Dad, that PJ was the true mastermind behind a lot of the things that I got into. I mean, your average 7-year-old doesn't come up with a plan to de-pants the babysitter. That was the 10-year-old in the house. I was just this little minion who delivered the plate. And also received the spanking from Dad when he got home from work. So thanks for that. When writing the speech and trying to describe my brother, I found myself sort of stuck. I had a little bit of writer's block. I found myself just saying his name over and over, PJ. PJ, he's such a dynamic person. I don't know where to go with this. Then it hit me like a brick wall. I'm surprised I didn't think about it sooner. The name PJ. A lot of you are probably wondering where the name PJ came from and why you keep seeing the names Ruben and or PJ on everything you receive for this wedding. So, PJ, it would be my great honor to explain to your many guests here how you got that name. A little side note here real quick. Some of you have probably heard the story that PJ got his name from being Ruben Pedroza Jr. That is completely false. And even yesterday at rehearsals, the priest asked him, "Where did you get PJ from?" "Oh, Pedroza Jr." So we'll see you at confession next week. So here's the story. Back when my brother was just a year or two old, my dad would take him everywhere. And being the kind, gentle, young man that my dad was, he really wanted his firstborn son to stay alive. So, like any man with his first little animal, he would take my brother to my grandmother's house a lot. My grandmother and my aunts would play with him and keep him busy, but most importantly, they would feed him and change his diaper. You see, when my dad saw 22 pounds in the box of diapers, he literally thought that that was the load amount that each diaper could hold. Not the size of the child that's living in the diapers. Like I said, it was his first kid, and he had a lot of learning to do. Anyways, almost every day my dad would take my brother to my grandmother's house, and every day my brother would show up looking like he just rolled out of bed. Finally, my grandmothers and my aunts basically told my dad, "You bring him over here all the time, and he's always in his pajamas. I think we'll just start calling him PJ." And it stuck. here I am at PJ's wedding explaining how he got that name. So, it's awesome. You know, the funny thing about this story is how a grandparent could read their kid or their grandchild so well when they were young. I mean, how did my grandmother and my aunts know that 30-something years later, that PJ would be the kind of guy who loves to roll out of bed and watch ESPN all morning in his boxers and a t-shirt? All joking aside, PJ, you taught me a lot about life growing up. You were always much bigger, stronger, smarter, and just generally better at most things than I was. And all I ever wanted to do was try to keep up with you. And with that, you taught me to push myself past my own limits to become a better person. Peter, you were the only person I know who go out for a completely new sport his senior year. One of the toughest sports in high school. Wrestle your way to regionals and then hold your own against a multiple state champ. At that moment, I realized that success in life was more about the drive and determination one had inside themselves than any outside factors. Peter, you taught me how to love and forgive like only a family member could. A lot of times, an innocent game of basketball, baseball, or hockey would end up with me and you fisting it out. And Neil and Tony could attest to that. A lot of times, they would be the ones that would have to break it up, or ref it, depending on who was winning at the time of the fight. And I'll admit now, I started a lot of those because I hated losing. That's that whole me trying to keep up with you thing. But not once did you ever turn your back on me. There was never a night that you went to bed extremely angry with me. By the end of the day, you were usually laughing and goofing around with me again, maybe even helping me think of ways to annoy Erica. We would always spend our nights talking to each other until we fell asleep, or until Mom and Dad told us to be quiet and go to sleep. Peter, you taught me how to stand up and protect those that I love and care about. Quick story, in second or third grade, there was this kid who always used to try to bully me. PJ witnessed this one day, picked this kid up and threw him like 50 yards. Well, it wasn't actually that far, but being young, PJ really tossed this kid. The bully landed, he broke his arm. End of the bullying. But one of the best qualities about you, PJ, that I'm still trying to learn from you to this day, is your cool, calm, and collected demeanor. You're one of the most laid-back and easygoing guys I know, and because of that, there's not one person here who doesn't love having you around. You make people laugh, and you can make just about any situation more enjoyable by just being there. Back when I was a child, and even now to this day, as a grown man with a family of my own, I look up to you, and I'll always look up to you as a big brother. And I want you to know something. You impacted my life so much that when you see your little nephews running around, sorry guys. Be a man. You impacted my life so much that when you see your little nephews running around, you're seeing little bits of you. The same great qualities and characteristics that you taught me when we were kids, I am now teaching to my own boys. You were my first friend. You were the first person I told my secrets to. And you were definitely my first fist fight. And still, to this day, you are one of the greatest guys I know. I love you, PJ. And just like you were always there for me growing up, I will always be there for you until we grow old. And now, I'd like to say a few words to your better half. Hey, Jen. How's your day going? I didn't forget about you, and I won't embarrass you too much. I'm just glad you showed up today, so. First off, I'd like to see how amazing you look. Don't you guys think so? I think so. There's not many times that a beautiful bride can make an ugly groom look a lot better just by sitting next to him. So on PJ's behalf, I'd like to say thank you. Jen, you are without a doubt my brother's other half. You are very smart, you are very driven, and thanks to your wedding preparations, you are now able to pick my brother up and body slam him. So Peter, remember that during your first argument with your new bride. Just to let you know I have 10 on Jen. I am honored, Jen, to be able to call you my sister, and very proud that one day you will be the mother to my nieces and nephews. You make my brother happy, you make him a better man, and you are the last big puzzle piece to our growing family. So in the words of my wife, who also happens to be named Jen, I want to say welcome to the dark side. And now, if everyone will raise their glasses, I'd like to make a toast. To the true best man and best woman of the evening. May God bless you with many years of love and happiness. And I know I speak for my parents as well as my little sister when I say, he's your problem now, Jen. Cheers.
Oh my gosh.